So, hello everyone, this is Deepak Joshi, and we are back with another GFG problem, that is expressions and add operators. We are back with a very long interval of time because I was having some health issues. Now I am fit and I'm back. So, we are going to solve this particular question of today's GFG problem, that is expression add operators. It is a hard level question, and it is because I have taken more than 2 hours to solve it. It is very new for me, and since from a very long time I have not coded, it took me very long to solve it. Okay. Now, if you have gone through the problem statement, it is mentioned to us that we are going to get a string that is containing only integers, and we are going to get a target integer. We have to manipulate the string in such a manner, in such a fashion that we need to add positive symbol, negative symbol, and the multiplicative symbol to make all the elements sum or subtraction or multiplication to reach to the target integer. For example, I have written two examples. Let us say I'm having this example 1 comma 2 comma 3 are present in the string, and the target integer which is given to us is 6. Okay. Now, what I can do is, in either I can do this. Okay, this will make our condition true, and 1 plus 2 plus 3 becomes 6. Either we can do 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. It is also equal to 6. Hence, in these two particular fashion, I'm able to manipulate my string to reach to the target integer. Okay. Uh, First of all, I think all of you are aware of the precedency of the operators, like plus and minus have the same precedence. But if I talk about the positive and the multiplication, then multiplication needs to be done first, needs to be calculated first. What do I mean by this? Let us take another example of it. I have also written the example here. That is 7 comma 3 comma 2. Okay, and the target that is need to be reached is 13. Now, how I'm going to approach it. Okay. Now, the only way I can approach 13 is 7 plus 3 into 2. This is it. Okay, it is going to get me 13. But there is another problem. If I add 7 plus 3 first, means I do something like this, then it will become 10 multiplied by 2. That is 20. And that is not equal to 13 in any way. But if I do 7 plus 3 multiplied by 2, then it will be 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. So 7 plus 6, and it will be 13, and it is equal to 13. And we have found out the way in which we can manipulate the string s to get 13, or the target integer. Now, have you understand what I'm going to? I'm telling you that we need to focus on the precedence of the operators also. Okay, it's a very थोड़ा सा tough type question, okay? But I'm going to make it simpler for you in my way. As all of you know, that I'm going to code along with explaining the problem. So now we have to return a string integer. I'm going to make a answer string, that is answer. Okay. Then let us take a temporary string. Okay, string that will be the path basically. Okay, if I think many of you have done the DFS problem. Okay, DFS problems of the graphs. So this temp variable will contain all the paths from which we are going to trace the string. Okay, trace the given string, and we are going to take a previous one, which is going to carry the previous numbers. Okay, so that will be in the form of long pref. That is initially for now is 0. Now we are going to call our DFS. Okay, इसको call करेंगे, and we are going to return our answer. Now, what we need in the previous, let us make it private. Okay, पर्दे में रहने दो. Okay, so now, as I'm going to name my function DFS, I need many of the things. Like I need the index from where to start the DFX. DFS है ना, many of you have done DFS problem. As I said, if you have done the DFS problem, then you need to know from where to start. So I am having this index integer. Then we are going to have the string s as it is, which is given to us. This one, I'm going to make it small. Okay, so small मिलाते जाओ, large बनाते जाओ. Then next, I will have my target integer that I need to reach. Then I'll be getting my I want it to be like this. Okay. Then I'll be getting my answer vector. But it should be called by reference because I need to store all the reflections of my answer in the add operator function also. So that's why I'm making it called by reference. Okay. Now, next, I'll be getting my temporary variable, temporary string, है ना, and my long pref. Okay. Now there is some another thing that I need to store is that is the whole my calculation. If I have operated plus symbol, negative symbol, multiplication symbol, and calculated my result, then I need to store it and compare it whether it is equal to our target or not. So I'm going to store that particular thing in our result for now. The long result is also what I need. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा खराब दिख रहा है मुझे पता है क्योंकि okay, now this is fine. I hope it is good now. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, गंदगी चलती है. ठीक है, now what I need to do from here now onwards is, but first let us call this DFS function with all the required things. I need index, so let the index be 0 because I'm going to start from the very 0th index. Then I'll be sending s, that is our string, है ना, the string. Then our target, that is our target, given target. Then what I need to send is answer, so I have to send answer. Then I need to send is temporary string. Then I'm going to send our temporary string. Then what I need to send is our previous value, है ना. Okay, then previous value, and I need to send my result. So for the result purpose, I'm not going to make any variable because it is comparatively not used by the our add operator function because there is no need to use our long result variable in the add operators. I'm simply going to calculate all my results and compare it whether it is equal to target. If it is equal to target, then I'm going to store that particular path into my answer variable and calling the recursion again and again and again. So initially I'm not making any type of variable to call result. I'm simply passing 0 because initially it is 0. Okay, the sum is 0. Okay, here my add operator function is completed. जो भी calculation होगी, answer will bring it to the add operator function and I'm going to return the answer from here only. Okay, now यहाँ आते हैं. Now we have to write the base case first. Okay, so the base case is, what's the base case in the DFS? If you remember that our index becomes equal to the size of the string, that is s dot size. If it is equal, now I have to add a new case here that it is mandatory if what our result which I have said I'm going to calculate in this particular DFS function is equals to what is equals to our target sum, that is target, है ना. If this is equal, then I'm going to add this particular path, that is answer dot pushback into pushback path. Okay, I'm going to push my path into the answer vector, simple, and I'm going to return. So this is my base case. Most of you have got it. If not, then I'm going to explain it again, that if my index variable, my 0th index which I have passed from the add operators function will be incremented in a manner then that it becomes equal to s dot size. हमने सारा इंडेक्स कैरी ऑन कर लिया ना, सब हम होकर आ गए, तो अब हम लास्ट इंडेक्स पे खड़े हैं, इसके बाद हम कहाँ जा सकते हैं. सो इट विल बी आवर बेस केस and I'm checking with this key if I am at the last index and my result is equals to target, then simply push it, else return. या फिर in both the cases if it is equal or not, return. Okay, this I have done. Now okay, now I'm going to make a देखो, let me explain why I am making a ST type of string. um, it took me more than 15 minutes to resolve this particular problem that I have to make in another string st to manipulate my code, because I have to pass where I have to pass this temp. Okay, whenever I was passing this temp, Okay, like I have to add a particular number with the temp because I'm getting all the integers. As I know, all the integers are present in our string s. So what I'm particularly doing is I'm adding my number to the string, which is not practically good enough to code here. So I'm making this particular st here. Okay, the purpose of the string is to add integers into it. Okay, I have tried my best to explain it to you, else you are going to get it in the upcoming code, which I'm going to write here. Is now I'm making a long current, which is going to have a look at the current integer which I'm getting. Okay, now I'm starting a for loop to trace or through my string, which is not going to start from I. It is going to start from int j is equals to index. Okay, I'm not naming it as I. Okay, and j is less than equal to s dot size, my initial string dot size. Okay, j plus plus. Okay, I hope it is clear to you for now. Okay, now in this particular for loop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check, because here it is mentioned that operands in the return should not contain leading zeros expression, returned expression. Leading zeros should not be there. So I'm going to check that my if my z is greater than I and my s of I is equals to 0. If this is the particular case that my present character is a 0, then I'm going to do is I'm going to break. हम कहेंगे चलो चलो खत्म करते हैं इस for loop को. Okay. Now, if it is not a 0, then simply I'm going to store this particular index into my string string. Okay, what is this s of I? This is our string which is I'm getting from my main add operators function. I'm simply adding it to my string. Okay, as I mentioned earlier that it is containing a what? It is containing a number. Okay, okay. Now, as I have mentioned my current, I have created my current. I'm going to store numbers in the current. And what is the formula for calculating numbers from the calculating the whole complete number from given set of integer is current multiplied by 10 plus s of um, s of I. Okay. And remember one thing also, that it is not in the particular in the form of what, in the form of integer. So I need to convert it into integer first. I'm sorry, it should be okay this. So how I'm going to convert it into an integer? Minus 0, simple, minus character 0. This is it. For it to get converted into the integer, this is particularly, let's say, 8. So current is 0 for now, so 8. The next time current will be 8 into 10, 80. The next number will be, let us say, 7. So 87 will be our current. So in this way it is going to create the particular number from the given set of digits in the s of I. Okay, now if our index is 0, okay, means it is the first particular case, then I'm going to call my DFS function with I plus 1, that is our index plus 1. Okay, and all rest is things same as, okay, target, and my next thing from target is answer. Okay, then it should be answer, and the next thing from the target is, that is temp. So in temp I'm going to add my temp, that is empty for now because the index is equals to 0, and I'm going to add temp with my st string that I have mentioned here, because it is going to store the particular s of I which I've got from the original string. So I'm going to add st. In this particular case, I have mentioned earlier that I was writing s of I in the integer form. This is string, and previously I was writing integer here, so it was creating an error. Okay, then I got to know that I can use two string, but I decided to use a separate string to store this thing. Okay, then plus st. Okay, those who got, अच्छी बात है, जिन्हें नहीं समझ में आया वो उस चीज को छोड़ भी सकते हैं. Okay, next I'm going to send my previous as current, है ना, and my sum will be current also, because अभी तो कुछ है ही ना, इंडेक्स 0 है अभी तो, इसीलिए. ठीक है. Okay, now else हमें we are going to manage three cases, for the plus, for the minus, and for the multiplication. Okay, I'm going to manipulate this DFS वाली line here. Okay, now here index plus 1 is correct. Okay, target is again correct, answer is correct, 10 plus. Now what you need to know here is we are going to add a plus symbol between them. Okay, so it should be plus here and like this. Okay, I have added a plus symbol because it is for the plus, and our current will be current, but our result will be result plus current. Okay, this is the case. The result I'm getting from this, from here, the void DFS, and I'm adding simply current into it. Okay, now for the next line, I'm going to again edit the DFS wali line. That is index plus one is again current. Target is a S comma target is again correct, and answer is correct. Then what I need to add is a minus symbol. So I'm going to add a minus symbol and simply plus. Okay. Then our current should be not current, it should be minus current, negative current, because I have removed it now. So it is minus current. Okay. Now what I need to here do is I have to minus the upcoming number, upcoming result. I have to minus my current from the upcoming result. That is it. That is it for the negative part of the DFS call. Now, again, I have to manage for the third case. That is our multiplication case. Again, index is correct. Okay, string is correct. Target is correct. You can make string and target constant because they are not going to change in the whole DFS call. Answer is good. Now I have to add again a multiplication symbol. Okay. Okay, now here what I need to do is in this particular scenario, I have to manage this previous. I've not written anything about this previous. Now this is our case that I'm multiplying my previous with the current. Okay, why I have done this? Because multiplication is done in this fashion only. That we need to multiply the previous thing with the current thing. That's why I'm multiplying, and the result will be and the result will be, now listen carefully, I have to first subtract the current. Okay, not current, because previous, because whole previous will be removed, as I'm multiplying previous. I'm not writing it properly. As I'm multiplying previous with the current, this is my current scenario. Let me uh, correct it. What I'm doing here is for the result wala part, this thing, for this result wala part, okay, I'm doing result minus previous, remove all the previous from the result and simply add previous into current into the result section and call the DFS. Okay. Bas, this is our complete code. I've added too many blank spaces here. Let me remove all the spaces and let me explain you the DFS calls. Okay. If this DFS calls passes to the DFS function, then what will happen? The base case. Now you will be getting the much more better understanding of the base case. That is, if I have called the DFS, if index becomes equal to s dot size, simply what you check is whether the result is equals to target. If it is equals to target, simply push our path into the answer, and from where we are getting this path. From where we are getting this path? Actually, I have added this path from temp only, na. Why I have written this path? Because I was explaining the DFS path system. There is no variable such as path. It is temp only, which is going to store all the expressions like temp plus st or temp minus st or temp multiply st. Let us compile and run it and find out कि Joshi ने क्या क्या mistakes की हैं. ठीक है. हाँ वो कह रहे लॉट्स ऑफ मिस्टेक्स और हमने कहा कि हाँ देयर इज नो आई देयर इज इंडेक्स. ठीक है. नाउ अगेन इट इज मेंशनिंग टू अस दैट देयर इज नो आई. मैंने कहा इट इज जे. तो लेट्स से कि with it is correct or not. Again it is mentioning अच्छा it should not be j, it should be index. ठीक है. And again it is mentioning that st plus I is nothing. मैंने कहा okay, st plus I is nothing but it should be J. Okay. Now I need to check whether I have done anything wrong again. Hmm. It is mentioning that I was not declared in this range. Again, I have I've done a lot of mistake there. It should be J again. Second. Now let us say let us see. Uh, it is mentioning to us that stemp has not been declared. Where I have written stemp temp. It is not stemp. It is string. Okay. And okay, it is telling us that no matching function call for answer dot pushback temp. Why it is mentioning this that answer dot pushback is not there? I have answer pushback temp long int void function. Acha, let us check our. I have created index target vector string answers temp long previous long result. Okay. Then I have called my index is equals to is size result equals to target. Then answer dot pushback. Okay. Temp check it emp same spelling and then I have returned st. Then why it is mentioning that I have not created anything. Let me check. Zero is target answer. 10 previous zero. That is correct here. Then long int string long int long. Okay. For now, I have done. Actually, I have find out the mistake. It should be j plus one now because at that particular instance where I have calculated my integer, where I have founded out my integer, and so at that particular place I have to from that particular place I have to carry on my calculation now, all my DFS calls. So I have removed that index to J. Okay. Now what I'm going to check is I'm going to check why this thing is showing error to me, that you are not going to that you are simply not able to write answer dot pushback. Pushback is all correct. Okay. A very silly mistake I have done. It should be string. It should be string. Okay. It is not integer. Now it is correct. It is submitted and hope it should get submit. नानी ना प्रभु सिंह बाबा हो गया ओके सो इट्स फाइन लेट्स सी कि नेक्स्ट चैलेंज हम कब करते हैं ठीक है मैं देख रहा था ये लीड कोड पे भी मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट था जिसको मैंने दूसरे तरीके से करने की कोशिश करी तो वो अगेन सबमिट नहीं हुआ क्योंकि मुझे पता है इसमें क्या क्या एरर्स हैं अगर आप देखना चाहें तो उसे देख सकते हैं भी हार्ड प्रॉब्लम है लीड कोड का एक क्वेश्चन था जो जीएफजी वालों ने कॉपी कर लिया या फिर ऐसा हुआ होगा जीएफजी ने बनाया होगा आई डोंट नो इनका चलता रहता है आपस में बट आपको पता होना चाहिए कि ये क्वेश्चन लीड कोड पर भी एग्जिस्ट करता है जो हार्ड लेवल का है जो मैं जिसे मैं थोड़ा अलग नजरिए से देखने की कोशिश कर रहा था यहाँ पे ठीक है तो मैं यहाँ पे मैं आपको बताया था जो प्रॉब्लम टू स्ट्रिंग की थी वो हम यहाँ पर लगा रहे थे ठीक है एंड इट वाज क्रिएटिंग एन इश्यू फॉर मी एंड इट वाज रिटर्निंग एन एम्प्टी आंसर हाँ आउटपुट नहीं आ रहा था तो ये एक थोड़ी इश्यू थी जो मैं रिजॉल्व कर चुका हूँ यहाँ पे फिर मिलेंगे किसी और क्वेश्चन में बाय बाय टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ